It catches us all.
All right, we're going.
Okay. All right, let's try this again. We need to establish a quorum. We have Jackie, Erica, Jim, Joanna, and Beverly, so I think we have a quorum. I'd like to welcome everyone. This is our second committee meeting on policy, and today we'll be discussing a lot of what we've been contributing to each other and talking about. I think we only have one person here, but said she didn't want to speak, so we'll just move right on. If you have your agenda, if you saw that online or have there in front of you, could I have a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
Yes.
Approved?
Aye.
Okay. Now, the minutes from the last meeting, September 27th.
No, I'm fine.
Has everyone read those? They were on the website, so, okay. Anyone have anything? Okay. All right, then I'd ask for a motion to accept the meetings from September 27th, 2023.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second that.
All approve?
Aye.
Okay, so moved. All right, now, the fun stuff. Our old business we're addressing again today. I wanted to start out first with computer use and internet safety. So Joanna sent you a copy this morning. I don't know, I guess everybody got it. And then, where did I put hers? Okay. And then I sent you out something this week. So let me just ask,
What she sent us up.
right out front, has everybody seen those? Have you had a chance to look at them and discuss them? All right. So let's just open up for discussion. Anyone have anything you'd like to say about the computer use and internet safety?
I just have two friendly amendments to the language.
All right.
Under computer use, second paragraph, seeking access will have the opportunity. I think that sentence ends a little funny, so I added will have the opportunity to use the available resources.
Okay, where exactly are you
Page
at?
1, computer use.
Okay, is that the one that Joanna
Nope.
sent?
So this is
The other one.
the
one that you sent
smaller
out.
document.
Okay, yeah. It's on the first page.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Computer use, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down. The sentence ends, will have the opportunity. The sentence reads, these time limits are set so all library patrons seeking access will have the opportunity to do what?
Gotcha.
Yeah, to use the available resources. And then on,
Okay, let me put that in there real quick. Okay. All right. It's on the first page there. Okay. So you're saying seeking access will have the opportunity to use the available resources.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
All
a
right.
motion.
I'm offering that, if anybody wants to discuss. And then I'll
On
go.
how strictly you're following.
We're in
But that-
discussion.
yeah, I think we're just in
in
discussion at this
discussion
point.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, we made the move to
yeah,
discuss it.
yeah. And then I've got one more amendment for you.
Okay.
Second page, first line, library personnel will offer some initial help. I would like to change that to may offer limited initial assistance rather than contractually bind them
Gotcha.
to offering.
Okay.
May, and obviously that depends on, available personnel, which we spell out later.
Good point. Yeah. Anyone else?
So that would read, may offer limited initial assistance.
Okay. All right. That's an easy fix.
Sure.
Anyone
I
else?
don't think any of these are earth shattering or
Well,
conscience
I was
shaking.
hoping for a little
Yeah.
drama, okay? No, those are good, thank
Great.
you.
Sure.
Anyone else? Do you see
No, I
anything?
didn't see anything.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it in this one?
yeah.
It might be in the other ones, but there was a provision that defined a minor as under
might be
17.
in
Oh, it's
the
right
It's
there.
in
It's
the-
in
okay.
the first
17.
one.
Might be
Age
that other
17 is
thing they
considered
have.
adult
Okay.
according to the Children Internet Protection Act.
Where do you see those?
Age
Oh, okay.
17. Um,
Right,
Okay, what now?
sorry, back to the first page. Age 17 is considered an adult according to CIPA. That's in direct conflict with the statute in Tennessee
Yep.
that has it under 18.
What does it say?
So this reads, age 17 is considered adult according to the Children's Internet Protection Act. Identification will be required, etc. My point is, in the Tennessee statutes, it's age 18.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
So I'm not sure we want to bind ourselves to conflicting.
18 is the standard age of
Yep.
majority.
Yeah,
Yep.
So what are you saying?
I'm
that
saying
you want
it
to-
should read age 18,
Okay.
irrespective of the CIPA's consideration of adulthood. And I think to Counselor's point, age 18 is typically considered.
Yes.
So, do we know that, should we put in the Tennessee Act
Yes.
there?
18 being the age of majority. I'm not sure if that's, I mean, I can't imagine the federal law would say 17. I've never seen
Well-
anybody define that way before.
Again, not a law, just some administrator who says, oh, I want to
Oh,
make
it's
this.
okay.
Yeah, it's just
Regulation,
That's
right.
all it is.
18, I think you'd be safe going with 18.
So,
Yes.
and we can just strike and put 18 there.
Age 18 according to Tennessee
According
standards or
to,
something like that.
Well, according
It's
to
considered adult.
the statute that everybody's been citing.
Yeah, I think it's 3917, 2017, or
39, 17, 914.
any
Okay,
of
wait a
these.
minute.
I think that.
So do we need to take out the Children's Internet
Yes,
Protection
ma'am.
Act?
I would think so.
Cross that out, according to, and then what is, you said?
I think we need to get the specific TCA.
That's what I'm asking.
so,
Is
yeah.
this it? This is the one that was in the other document,
Okay.
Tennessee,
And
39, 17, 914. Do you need to?
I think,
Quick, if that's the one.
That's here if y'all need to see that.
I think
Yeah,
we
39,
can,
17.
39, 17, 914.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to make sure I got this down.
I think we could simply resolve it with age 18 is considered adult. Identification will be required.
Yeah.
To
that's-
determine the
we
age
don't
of
have
the
to put
guest.
it in
You don't even
Tennessee
have to put
code. We can just put age 18 is considered adult. Yeah, I completely
So are
agree
you
with
saying
you.
we're not
So
gonna do
this
this?
is-
And we don't need to, don't even need to
because-
cite
To
this
refer.
because
I don't know that you
this
need
is
to.
a policy.
All right,
And, yeah, and if we're limited to, I mean, if we cite that, then we may have to be bound by something in here that doesn't even apply to us.
Yeah, so age
So-
18.
Well, we're bound
Okay.
by it
I
anyway.
think age 18
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
is
I mean, and
considered
that's,
adult.
Yeah.
I think I like what Jim said.
nobody in their right mind is gonna try to, you
Is
know.
considered adult.
But,
And then identification.
Well, that's a community standard regardless.
Just
Will
as
be required.
clarification also, this will be a major change because we have always had 17 as an adult. When it comes to computers, not to books, not to, checking out things like that. But when it comes to computers, 17 has always been the adult age for children coming into life.
I want to read you
I
the
just want to make you aware that this will be a major change.
definition section. You go back to TCA 39, 17, 901, which has the definitions. You scroll down to where it says minor. I think it's sub 8. Minor means any person who has not reached 18 years of age and
There
is
it is.
not emancipated.
Yeah.
That is what the definition is of purposes of 39, 17, 914. That's what a minor is.
All right, so age 18.
So, yeah, we could reference that then. I think now that we've
So
got the
that, make
language.
sure you all have that citation. That's 39, 17, 901, part 8,
Is it 901 or 914?
901. That's the
901.
definition section
That's
for
the
this.
and
definition.
then it's part A.
Part 8.
But that is what refers
This
to.
is the definition.
I have the definition right here.
And it should say that unless it's.
39, 17.
It says,
Yes, you just don't have 8 on there.
It's right there.
I don't see, it's just,
It's just,
Does it have the language about minor?
let me,
oh
Campbell,
geez.
Campbell did that.
No, it didn't come out right. Sorry.
So are you saying, Steve, that
It's on there.
age
Actually, this-
18 is considered adult
This might have been,
according to?
this might have been updated, so maybe give you the newest version of this on here. 39, 17,
I don't know why it didn't print those out. I was missing 2. I just copied and pasted.
Just give me a second here, okay?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
because we need to
But
get
I
this
think
right.
but we also can just define it as 18. I think that that's a normal.
Yeah, minor is still number 8 on the 2021, but I can't log into Westlaw on this, but this is the latest
Yes.
version I have.
I
for this.
don't know why it didn't come off, but yes.
Minor means any,
It's just according to the children's internet or internet.
Right, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
just looking at that language.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
true, it's true, it's like all we would have.
17 is like the, like seniors in high school and everything, so they can come to the library and actually do their homework and everything without a parent being there and everything, yes. That I think was the intent behind, so that the 17s, can come and do the homework there at the library, yeah.
Can't do all the other fun stuff. though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a-
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's great, yeah.
Okay. I think that's good. Age
Thanks,
18. Yep.
But I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna have to redo this. So age 18 is considered adult. Are we going to say according to what you just said? Or are we just leaving an adult?
I think we can just say according to it, age 18 is an adult.
And make sure that
according
legal.
to 39, 17, 901, 8.
But do we have to put that in there? Because
I mean-
just like what you were saying, this is a policy. We can actually create this, and it doesn't go against any laws. And it says in there, as long as it doesn't go any laws or federal laws. But go ahead.
I'm wondering, learning lots about this. Did this come to us from Cecile? Or-
This came from a lot of different people.
Okay, yeah,
Some from Joanna, some from just databases, some from other libraries.
I'm wondering if, what if any ramifications or any previous, legal rulings or anything like that are of CIPA. That.
For purposes of our federal system, the federal law would be there's a conflict between federal and state law
Supremacy clause.
dealing with interstate commerce or dealing with
But we're not interstate commerce.
dealing with the internet, which is considered interstate
Yeah.
commerce, which is what this is.
Yeah.
Federal law would be what would be controlling.
Yeah.
But this isn't a law.
Well, that's not what he's
It
saying,
is
though.
if
He
we
said it's
quote the
controlled.
statute.
This is the Children's Internet Protection
It binds
Act.
us if we quote the statute, right?
The Children's Internet Protection Act would because it covers the internet, which is considered interstate commerce. Congress has the power to regulate that area. If the Congress didn't have the power to regulate that area, you'd be right that the state law would apply.
Right,
But since
right.
there's a conflict between where Congress can act and what the state has acted, the federal law would control in that circumstance.
Yes.
So what are you
For
suggesting?
purposes of the Children's Internet Protection Act, it's 17. Let me see that.
Yes, sir.
I've not even gotten this.
So,
What is the purpose? What are you trying to do with this? Maybe if I can.
I think having a congruency of 18
as an adult.
is an adult.
Like, that jumped out to me. Now, and you're absolutely right, if that's a congressional,
I mean, why do we cite the Children's Internet Protection Act here?
Because this is all about computer use. So if you want to think we should take that out, maybe just not cite any law.
Actually, in order to get
Funding.
E-rate discounts and things like that, we have to say that we will follow the CIPA regulations.
Right.
That's the only reason, basically, if we get any kind of E-rate grants, discounts, anything like that.
Federal-
we have-
Well, that's
Federal
huge.
program.
Yeah, we have to say that we follow the CIPA regulations.
And in the requirements from the state, it's listed as one of the requirements.
From the state as well? Okay, so
Oh.
the state clearly doesn't
Given
care that
them.
it's 17. Okay, yeah. I withdraw my friendly,
Okay.
my last friendly amendment.
I just
So
wanna
we're
make
gonna
sure
leave
that
the-
we're talking
leave it
about
17
here,
and leave
because
the
this is
language
important
there,
That
right?
we get this right, you know, and that we don't jeopardize.
Exactly.
Well, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that,
Yeah.
really.
And it actually says that in the SIPA Act, I mean, and everything, it says in order for school, library, or schools and for libraries to get any kind of E-rate discounts or whatever, they have to agree to the SIPA Act.
Okay.
And if the state has already bound you guys to that
Correct. Yeah,
through other
exactly.
stuff, then.
And
Well, we're
I mean,
bound
it's
to.
well, it's really not ours
Yeah.
to
Jim,
undo.
Jim,
Yes, ma'am.
it's actually there.
Oh, I,
Just if you don't want it for references.
okay.
A long road to get back where we were to begin with.
Okay.
We went around the road.
Okay,
Come
so
back.
that is from the regional library system, correct?
It's from
I had
And
that.
where does it say that the standards, the Tennessee standards is SIPA?
That's the Tennessee's, it's the public library.
Policy must include knowledge that the public library is aware of and adheres
adheres
to,
to.
okay,
I want to point out that what we
Okay.
were talking about before with
which imparts
the Tennessee
states.
code deals with,
This
deals
is
with,
computer
this is the
use and
criminal
internet.
code that you all are looking at for Tennessee code. This is, dealing with obscenity in the criminal code, nothing to do with libraries specifically, it's just criminal obscenity. 900 is the obscenity,
Correct.
part of the code.
Yeah.
This isn't dealing with like, probably what we're talking about here necessarily.
So we
We
should go
appreciate
back to
it.
age 17 is considered adult
Yes, ma'am.
according to the Children's Internet Protection Act, CIPA, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now, any other things that you guys see that we need to change?
Should have asked my questions first.
I know, you know what? We're blessed to have them here because there's things that I have no clue about. I'm still
Well, we got,
learning.
yeah.
Well,
And
I
they're
brought the
the ones-
standards for us too. So,
But
okay.
it's good to have somebody that can just
Hey, yeah.
immediately
Sure.
answer it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does anyone else have a question or something you see? I want to make sure we get this right. I've read it and read it and read it.
Once
but-
we approve these, they go to the library board in total for.
Mhm.
Yes, all we're going to do today is discuss
Send it out of
it,
committee.
vote on whether we want to send it out of committee, and then it goes to the board. So there's another
We
procedure
don't have to be
that
perfect
has to.
today.
No,
Got it.
okay. So,
But if we vote on it with the language we discussed,
I
all
understand.
you have to do is go
Right.
back in and fix it and
change
send it to
it,
us.
just to those few things, yeah. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to make sure as we
Yep.
talk. The internet safety policy form, does that look okay to you guys?
It's on the back.
Okay. This one right here. A lot of this we already have. I mean, this is just tweaking and trying to meet these state requirements so that we can get that grant money. So it's not really a huge issue.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all ready to, are y'all ready to vote on
Yes, ma'am.
accepting this?
Mhm.
Okay, this
With the
is,
amendments, right,
pardon?
with the amendments.
Yes, thank you.
So,
And
is
those
that
are
your
the
motion?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
move that we adopt the language in the computer use and internet safety policy provided to us with the two amendments mentioned and noted.
Wait a minute, two or one?
There were two. There was, we'll have the
It's the
opportunity.
ones on the front.
The
There you go.
May-
And the one on
then-
the second page.
Okay.
Right, and then
Thank
may offer initial limited assistance.
Right, thank you. Have a second?
She did a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, okay, good. All right.
Yay, I'm helping.
Yay. Okay, so this goes to the library board. Now, does everybody have a copy? Do y'all have a copy of this? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, let's move on to the one that's, I think the one where we really have to do some discussion. Collection development and management policy. Let's discuss that. I sent something to you, and then Joanna sent something to you this morning. So let's begin.
I think that, I mean, I know I've been able to sit with yours and y'all have definitely been able to sit with mine for a while. And I think that they're both similar but different, and there's a different intent to both of them, but I think that it's, still good. I'm not quite sure what kind of discussion that we need to have. I almost feel like we could, do a vote here soon on them.
Is this the same as?
And
No,
I know that I've been with this for at least 3 days, and you guys have been with mine for about 2 weeks.
this is what
So
that is.
I think that
This
we
is
should
just my copy,
probably
but I'm writing it up.
do a vote.
Well, I want to talk about it a little bit more before we vote, because there's some things in here that I can't live with. I'm just going to be honest. And didn't you have a question about crew before?
No, I said that there were things in crew that I did not like, but I put it in there because I saw in the standards that we have to do it, and so it was included in my new policy that they may use crew.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right, so that's not an issue then.
Nope.
Okay, anyone else have discussion?
I wanted to say, I looked at this morning, and I thought it was really good, thought it's a really good policy, in terms of the legality of it. In terms of the policy, it's of course up to you guys, but I didn't see anything in here that stood out to me as being inappropriate for adopting this policy.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I mean, you think it's good, it's legal, I mean,
Beverly, is there anything other than, the language you talked about last time that is,
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't had a chance. I just ran this off right before the meeting, so unless you've made some other changes, I don't have any problem except for that the term sex act or sexual activity. I have a problem with that.
so there's nothing other than that, but I really feel that we need to put that in there. So if that's really the only thing, and you expressed that last time, I think we could actually go ahead and do a vote on the policies.
If it's okay and everything, Joanna, we're fighting the same war, absolutely. We do not want anything in the hands of children that you have put in here. And what you have put detailed and everything, I hate to say there's even worse out there than what you've put in here. And by putting what you've put, you're limiting us to that. So what's going to happen when something comes along that's even worse than the wording that's in here? One of the things, and I agree with Ms. Beverly and everything, is, sometimes being broader is better. Now, again, being broader does have its down points too, because if we're way broad, then they're going to bring in the Bible and say, this is goes against what I think is harmful to children, So I agree there's bad things to both. I think we need to find a middle ground. And what that is, I'm not sure. I think there is a discussion still to be made and everything. But please do not think that we're not fighting the same battle.
Okay.
I know you guys are, you're wanting to protect us and everything, and we're doing everything every single day on the floor to make sure that we keep any kind of material that would be harmful to any children or anything out of our libraries. And, I can't say 100%, but I'm guessing, I will put my job on it and everything, that you wouldn't be able to find anything in our libraries right now that would be offensive to children.
Well, and I appreciate that, and just, the great thing is that this is a policy, and we can, if we find that there are more things that need to be added to it, to the definitions, we can do that. We can have a meeting, and we can add to it. I think that the policy speaks for itself, and I believe that it is, definitive, so,
Why can't we just cite the state of Tennessee defines it?
Unfortunately, they don't. I don't think, looking at that code, I don't think they provide a definition as is defined in this policy. I think it's
so I think that,
ambiguous.
we really need to do this, thank you.
It's okay, go ahead, Anita, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, you earlier, Steve, had looked at that, the 914. Did you, the statute, the 914?
Not yet.
And did I
Here it is.
misunderstand you,
Yeah.
that you said that really
It's a
doesn't
criminal, it's a
cover
criminal, yeah.
libraries?
Mhm.
It
Well,
basically
it's-
would cover like grocery stores,
It
convenience
covers,
stores.
amongst other things, it would cover you guys to the extent that it would apply to
Okay.
you. I'm saying it doesn't specifically apply to
Right.
you. At
Right.
least, I mean,
Yeah.
it just says display of sale or rental material harmful to minors. It could be, you know, stuff that's sold on the internet. It could be stuff that's rented in a library. It could be, I guess we don't have Blockbuster anymore. I guess we don't have that. But it could be any number of, you know, outlets that would be subject to
Right.
this.
Yeah. So
Well,
it does
I-
apply to us.
I don't think it needs to be this specific, I don't. I'm just telling
And
you
if
how
we're
I
gonna have to
feel.
put it out there where they can click on it, and that's everybody. It's out there for anybody and everybody to click on.
To click on this?
Yeah, because this is a policy.
No, I
Our
understand.
policies are public.
With
So,
the entire universe of the interwebs that exists, I have a hard time believing that somebody would come here to see that, you know?
I think that you guys
I get your
expressed,
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
you expressed this last time. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
I have two
Okay,
changes or additions not related to this.
okay.
Page 2, second bullet point,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're a little redundant at the end where we say of the community,
Okay.
because you already cite community standards. I think it should read community standards and morals, period.
Okay.
that's
Sounds
the
good.
definition there.
And then on page 8,
Okay.
and I'll ask for, I'll phone a friend back here.
I don't like that one.
This patron of the library, is that somebody with a card? Or could it just be somebody who
Is
comes
this
to use the
yours or
restaurant?
Joanne's?
This is Joanna's, he's reading from Joanna.
So I like the
It's the AD that's there.
Beverly's language noted with a current library card. This just reads patron of the library. I'm wondering if patron is, hey, anybody can come in and look at a book, right? They're not necessarily a library card holder. Am I understanding that correctly? Okay. So I think I'd like to add with a current library card.
Or what we could just do is Sumner County resident, because it's patron of the library or Sumner County resident.
But
But they
Could
could be
they
both
be a
of those, and they
patron?
couldn't.
I was just gonna say they allow,
Yeah.
so like,
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I have Kentucky.
yeah, they have different counties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could be one of the following. Okay, got it. Patron of the library with
With a
current
current library card. I think that would be helpful, and that
a
was from
current
Beverly's, and I thought
I
that was,
liked how that was.
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
that was good.
All right,
Right.
wonderful.
Now back to the more salacious. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that as far as this, I think that we talked about this last time, and we've been able to have it with us for a while, and I hear what they said last time, I heard what everyone said last time, I don't think anything has changed. So my thing is I think that we should just vote on a policy to move forward. So I motion to vote on a policy to move forward.
Oh, one thing here that I did
Oh.
notice, this isn't anything that's a big deal or anything, it's just like a typo, I think.
Oh, okay.
Where it says 7,
What page?
page 4 to 7, says the sole exception to this policy is that the library director may curate constitutionally protected materials of the type identified in paragraph 1 above.
Oh, yes.
I don't think that
Don't need to put that in there?
I
Okay.
mean, I don't know what that refers to. Is that paragraph one of what a sex act is? I mean, I don't
Yes.
think- I don't-
Yes.
Just that one thing, none of these other things.
Is it this? Is it referring to this?
It's
Under
referring to
that-
these sex acts,
Oh, these.
this.
So just this
Mhm.
That-
first
The
thing.
definition.
First paragraph.
The first paragraph, the 1 through
Yeah.
6. Does
It
that
just
make
says
sense?
paragraph one.
So the definitions
Okay,
above? or
so should I
something?
put,
It's not really clear what that is.
okay, so the sole exception of the policy of the library may carry constitutionally protected materials and the type of identified in,
1 through 6.
1 through 6.
in 1 through 6. In 1 through 6 above.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
probably read better that way.
Awesome.
May I ask a question?
Where are you reading from?
It's page 4, and it's number 7 on line 2, there at the end, says paragraph in parentheses 1. And they're suggesting 1 through 6, not paragraph. but-
Because it doesn't make sense just to have that one thing there. I mean, it doesn't, it didn't make any sense to me to have it that way.
This.
Got it. But leave the rest of it in there. Okay.
Is page 4. Is it right here?
All right,
There's
Lisa,
a
did
just
you-
went to her, so she.
On that number 7 that you were talking about, at the end of that, it says the library director shall ensure that all such materials are kept in a way as to prevent access by children. So could that be given more clarification, like what does that mean?
Oh, it
Does
says
that,
above that,
Mhm.
within reach, or made available in any section of the library that minors have
Well,
access.
I had a question about that too, because in our library, children can roam the entire library.
us too?
Yeah,
Us
so,
too. So are you expecting a particular collection for, let's just say, for example, graphic novels? Adult graphic novels can be reached by anyone, do they have to be housed in such a way to where only adults can get in there?
But it's also a struggle of somebody.
Yeah.
I think you need-
Height
I think
challenge, or
I
in a
think you
wheelchair,
need
or
to
is it
look-
accessibility?
Look at 39, 17, 914 for display or sale of rental materials harmful to minors. Talks about placing binder racks that are cover the lower 2/3 of the material viewable,
Yeah.
located at height not less than 5 and 1/2 feet from the floor. Reasonable steps are taken, I mean,
I mean, it also talks
So,
about wrapping
I
the cellophane too.
think, so I think,
I know, but I'm
I
just saying
think,
there's like a, I'm not saying this is the way to do it, but I'm saying
Guidance.
something similar to this, I
Yeah.
imagine would be
So
appropriate.
as long as those items were not faced out to where you could see the cover, if they were shelved spine only, would that be acceptable?
Well,
The
that's,
spine also says like
The-
adult graphic novel.
the issue you would have here is the access by children aspect. And I think from what you're saying is you want to have them in a separate segregated area for these materials. Is that
well,
what you're saying?
I think that the document's pretty self-explanatory, and we have the code to go by. And I think that if we need more clarification for that, we could create a separate policy for that. Because this is just as far as collection, development, and management. And I think that this is, between this and this, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead, Erica.
I was just going to say she's referring to the Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to figure out, how we need to proceed with
Sure.
our libraries and everything. So what does this do for art books, adult art books,
I
sex
think-
education books?
Again, you have to go according to this Tennessee code, okay? And the Tennessee code is very clear on
So
how
we
to
do
do
not have
it.
any art books in our library then.
And I think that we need to, I think that, hold on a second, and this is why, I understand that this is a change, and that this is something that our Tennessee code has. And so, right now, we're creating policy for development and management. This is, if the policy is self-explanatory, it is pretty clear on what is allowed for the minors and what isn't. And so I think that if we need more clarification, that we have another meeting. Go ahead, Erica.
Well, we're actually doing the
Hold
same.
on, 1 second.
I'm sorry, I had my hand up.
Sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
wasn't
Forgive
making it
me, I was
obvious. I'm so
looking
sorry.
at
So that's a good question.
Mhm.
Like in a, for instance, of art, what would that look like? Would that be, from what I read, and I'm asking just from interpretation of what I've read, it would be in the adult section, and what we are suggesting because of what this signs out, so I'm referring to the 914, 3917, 914. If it does have a picture on the outside that shows nudity, it would need to have a portion, the 2/3 covering. Is that what this is suggesting? Is that what we're saying through what's written here?
What I'm saying is
So
that,
what would that look
is
like?
that,
What's the
is that what this says is what we need to do.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So whatever this says is what we need to do, and if it goes against anything that is in here that creates a sex act or anything, that this policy defines that it can't be. And if it is something that is, questionable, the public has a right to appeal it or to bring it if they see it and it is something that they don't feel should be in here, so that means that use your discretion according to this and this, and if there's a problem, the public can come in and do a request to appeal it. Does that make sense? So I think that it's pretty defined in the definitions of Tennessee Code 39 and this policy. And then we'll allow the public to come in and challenge anything if they find something they feel is against the policy. Make sense? Okay.
But they reconsider it with you first.
Correct. Yeah.
They follow
It's-
those protocols, and then
Absolutely.
if that is not satisfactory, it
Correct.
goes,
Yep.
it goes up the scale.
And it's all in here very defined on how to do an appeal. So, all right. So,
Anyone else have anything?
I motion to have a vote on which policy? So,
Second?
Second? Yeah. Should probably vote.
I think maybe we ought to call the roll.
Okay.
I vote no
okay, vote no on what? On this
Did he
policy?
make a motion? Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
but I think it was, the way it was worded, it's between the two. Is that what I was on?
I only have this one. I don't have-
Okay.
I mean, I
That's
know
fine.
about it, this is
That's
the first I saw it.
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
So this is.
So
okay.
You
would
can
you
have that.
make that motion again, please, so it'd be more clear?
So I vote that, I motion, oh, sorry, go
Move.
ahead.
You move.
I moved, sorry, go ahead,
Sure.
yeah, go ahead.
I think she just gave me.
She made the
I moved.
motion.
Yeah.
I move that we take a vote on either the
You move for approval,
approval of one of these,
which one?
so do I vote for approval on the policy that I provided for collection, development, and management.
Okay.
This is the one that says section 2, collection.
Yes.
policy
The one,
2.0.
yes.
Okay.
So I move for a vote.
Second.
Okay?
All in favor? One vote.
All in favor? Aye.
No.
Let's do roll call, Jackie.
No,
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So this is the policy that will move forward to the library board.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay?
Okay, I have to tell you this now. This is something I have really been praying about, and this is my last meeting. So I will tell you that with no animosity, no, I just can't do that. I'm sorry, it goes against my standards. So at this point, I'm just going to ask for an adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
Second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.